In the wild, danger does not always announce itself. Some predators do not roar, chase, or reveal their presence. They wait, motionless, silent, blended into leaves, stone, bark, sand, or shadow, as if they were never alive at all. And by the time the prey realizes something has been watching, it may already be too late. But camouflage is not only a weapon for hunters. For many animals, disappearing is the only way to survive. A body shaped like a dead leaf, skin that looks like moss, eyes hidden against tree bark, colors that break every outline the brain tries to recognize. In a world where 1 second can decide life or death, hiding is not weakness. It is one of nature's most powerful survival strategies. Today, we enter the hidden world of camouflage masters, creatures that challenge our eyes, deceive their enemies, and turn their own bodies into traps, shields, and illusions. Some hide to escape, others hide to kill, and somewhere in the forest, the desert, the swamp, or the ocean floor, something may already be looking back at you. Across the deserts of North Africa and the Middle East, where the sun turns sand into a nearly lifeless sea, there is a hunter that has learned how to vanish in the most exposed place on Earth. The horned viper lives among dunes, dry stones, and open arid plains, in a world with very few trees, shadows, or easy hiding places. And yet, it can disappear right in front of you. Its body blends into the color of the sand, and its presence is so silent that the desert can look completely empty until something moves. Its name comes from the small horn-like scales above its eyes, giving it a threatening, almost mythic appearance. But those horns are not just for looks. They help break up the outline of the head, making it even harder for prey and predators to recognize its shape. Its body is short, strong, and covered in scales built for dry terrain, with colors ranging from sandy beige to yellowish brown and pale gray. From a distance, it does not look like a snake. It looks like a ripple in the sand, a shadow on the ground, a natural part of the desert itself. The horned viper survives through patience and ambush. During the hottest hours of the day, it may stay partly buried, leaving only its eyes and part of its head exposed. When small rodents, lizards, or birds come close, it does not waste energy on long chases. It waits for the exact moment, then strikes with a fast, precise, venomous bite. What makes this viper so fascinating is that it does not need darkness to become invisible. It does it in broad daylight, in the middle of an open landscape, where a single mistake can mean death. For its prey, Danger does not come running. It does not appear on the horizon. It makes no sound. It is already there, still, buried, waiting. And when the sand finally breaks open, the horned viper reveals one of Camouflage's most terrifying truths. Sometimes, the perfect predator does not chase you. It simply waits for you to come closer. In the tropical forests of Southeast Asia, where humidity wraps around the leaves and flowers seem to glow inside the green, lives one of nature's most beautiful and deceptive predators. The orchid mantis does not hide in darkness, bury itself in the ground, or disappear among ancient stones. It does something stranger. It turns its own body into a promise of delicacy. Among real petals, thin branches, and leaves touched by soft light, this creature stays perfectly still, as if it were only part of a flower. But behind that fragile appearance is a patient hunter, armed and ready to strike. Its body looks designed to confuse. Its wide legs resemble petals. Its colors can shift through white, pale pink, and soft tones that blend into the surroundings, and its delicate posture creates the illusion of a harmless insect. At first glance, it almost looks decorative, like a tiny living flower swaying between the branches. But its front legs tell a different story. Folded in a waiting position, the orchid mantis carries fast, gripping arms built to seize prey with precision. Here, beauty is not only protection, it is disguise, it is bait, it is a perfect lie written by nature itself. When it hunts, it does not need to chase anything. Its flower-like body draws attention, pulls curious insects closer, and lets the predator remain exactly where it wants to be, at the center of the trap. Bees, flies, and other small insects may approach expecting food, shelter, or simply another flower in their path. But when they get too close, the illusion breaks in a fraction of a second. The arms snap shut like living blades, and what looked like a delicate petal reveals the cold precision of an ambush hunter. It is one of the most elegant and ruthless forms of camouflage, looking beautiful enough to be ignored or followed. The orchid mantis shows us that camouflage does not always come from fear. Sometimes it comes from predatory intelligence. While many animals disappear to avoid being eaten, this one disappears so its prey will come straight to it. Its beauty is not innocent. It is a silent strategy shaped by countless encounters between life and death. And maybe that is why this animal is so fascinating. It forces us to remember that, in the wild, not everything delicate is safe, and not every flower is truly there to bloom. In the shallow reefs and sandy bottoms of the Indo-Pacific, where corals, rocks, and sponges create a maze of shapes and shadows, there is a shark that does not need to patrol the ocean like the great hunters of open water. The wobbegong shark prefers to wait. It rests on the seafloor almost motionless, its flattened body pressed against the bottom, blending into the landscape around it. At first glance, it can look like nothing more than a patch on the reef, a living carpet covered in strange patterns, a forgotten shape between stones and algae. But beneath that calm appearance is a predator ready to turn silence into an attack. Its body is a masterpiece of marine camouflage. Its skin is covered in irregular markings that break up its outline and help it vanish among coral, sand, and rock. Around its mouth, small fleshy tassels look like bits of algae or drifting sea growth, hiding the shape of its head even more. Unlike the sharks we picture slicing through the ocean at speed, the wobbegong seems built to become part of the ground itself. Broad, low, patient, and nearly invisible, it is known as a carpet shark, and that name fits its strategy perfectly. Lie stretched across the bottom, while life moves right over danger without ever noticing it. When it hunts, the wobbegong shark shows exactly why camouflage can be so deadly. Small fish, crustaceans, and other animals drift too close, believing they are near nothing more than a harmless rock. Then, in one sudden compact movement, the mouth opens like a trap. The prey is swallowed before it even understands what happened. The wobbegong does not waste energy on long chases. Its world is built on absolute patience, perfect ambush, and an attack that begins only when the victim is already within reach. On the ocean floor, it does not need to look fierce. It only needs to look invisible. What makes the wobbegong so fascinating is the way it changes our idea of what a shark can be. It is not the threatening silhouette cutting across the surface, and it is not the fast predator charging through open water. It is fear, hidden on the ground, a mouth disguised as reef, a shadow waiting in the one place almost nobody thinks to search. Among all the masters of camouflage, it reminds us that danger does not always come swimming toward you. Sometimes danger is already there, still silent and so perfectly hidden that you only notice it when it finally decides to move. In tropical forests, where ancient trunks rise under layers of rough bark, moss, shadow, and narrow cracks, there is a hunter that almost disappears into the texture of the trees themselves. The tree trunk tarantula lives in a vertical world, pressed into the silence of wood, hidden inside holes, crevices, and dark surfaces where very few eyes can tell the difference between bark and life. To anyone passing by, it may look like nothing more than a dark patch on the trunk. But there, clinging to the tree, motionless and patient, a predator is waiting for the right moment. Its body is heavy, dark, and covered in hair, helping break up its outline against the bark. Its long legs spread across the trunk like living roots, while the fine hairs catch shadow and tiny particles from the environment. Unlike spiders that build delicate webs to trap prey in midair, many tarantulas rely more on strength, patience, and direct attack. They carry a primitive presence, slow movements, a thick body, an intimidating posture, and an astonishing ability to remain still for long stretches of time, as if they were part of the tree itself. When it hunts, that camouflage becomes a weapon. Insects, small arthropods, and even tiny vertebrates may move close to cracks in the bark without ever noticing the danger. The spider waits in hiding, sensing the smallest vibrations around it until the prey moves within range. Then in one short, explosive burst, it abandons stillness and uses its fangs to overpower the target. There is no long chase, no warning, no spectacle, just the sudden transformation of an unmoving shadow into an efficient hunter. And maybe the fear this kind of spider creates comes from one simple question. How many times have we looked at a tree without realizing how much life was hiding on it? The tree trunk tarantula reminds us that camouflage does not belong only to small, delicate animals. It can also belong to creatures that are large, hairy, and silent, hidden in ordinary places while the forest goes on around them. On an ancient trunk, between bark and shadow, the invisible may have legs. In the tropical forests of Asia, where leaves fall, rot, and blend into the damp ground, lives one of nature's most delicate illusions. The dead leaf butterfly seems to carry two worlds in a single body. When it opens its wings, it can reveal vivid colors, striking patterns, and the lightness we expect from an ordinary butterfly. But when it lands and folds those wings shut, it almost completely disappears. In an instant, what looked like an insect becomes a dry leaf, with brown tones, uneven veins, and edges that melt into the forest floor. What makes this camouflage so extraordinary is that it does not rely on color alone. The shape of the wings, the lines that resemble leaf veins, the markings that look like decay, and even the tiny imperfections all work together to create the illusion. Seen among fallen leaves, thin branches, and deep forest shadow, the butterfly stops looking like an animal. It becomes part of the natural chaos on the ground. And the messier the setting, the more perfect its invisibility becomes. To survive, the deadleaf butterfly uses simplicity as a shield. Birds, lizards, and other predators usually search for movement, brightness, or the familiar outline of prey. But a dead leaf does not trigger hunger. When threatened, the butterfly can land, close its wings, and trust absolute stillness. Danger passes right beside it without realizing that life is there. Its defense is not to run, bite, or frighten. Its defense is to convince the world that it no longer matters. And that is exactly what makes this animal so fascinating. While many masters of camouflage imitate stones, bark, or flowers in order to hunt, the deadleaf butterfly imitates something that seems almost worthless. It survives by becoming invisible to the eyes of danger. In a forest where everything moves, breathes, and competes to stay alive, this butterfly found a quiet, almost poetic answer. Sometimes the key to survival is simply to look like a leaf the world has forgotten. In the shallow, muddy waters of the Indo-Pacific, where the seafloor looks like a shifting mix of dark sand, broken shells, small holes, and moving shadows, lives one of the most astonishing camouflage artists in the natural world. The mimic octopus does not live in the bright coral reef scenes most people picture when they think of tropical oceans. It prefers open flats, silty bottoms, and stretches of seabed with very few perfect hiding places. And maybe that is exactly why it evolved such an extraordinary skill. When there is nowhere to hide, it turns its own body into something else. Its body is soft, flexible, and remarkably intelligent, almost as if it refuses to belong to a single shape. In seconds, it can change color, texture, posture, and movement, creating illusions that confuse both predators and prey. Its arms can stretch, curl, join together, or spread apart, while its skin shifts into patterns that break up its outline against the seafloor. But what makes this octopus so special is not just its ability to disappear into the sand. It can come alive as something entirely different. It does not only imitate the environment, it imitates some of the ocean's most dangerous creatures. When threatened, The mimic octopus can spread its arms and move like a venomous lionfish, glide close to the bottom like a flatfish, or hide most of its body in a burrow while leaving only 2 arms exposed, creating the illusion of a sea snake. That strategy is brilliant, because many predators hesitate before attacking something venomous or dangerous. And when it hunts, it uses the same intelligence in a different way, probing cracks, searching the sand, and surprising small fish and crustaceans. Instead of relying on brute force, it survives through adaptation, improvisation, and deception. The mimic octopus may be one of the clearest examples that camouflage can go far beyond appearance. It is not just a creature that hides. It is a creature that performs. One moment it looks like part of the bottom. The next, it looks like something no predator wants to challenge. And then just as quickly, it becomes an octopus again, slipping quietly over the sand. Among all the masters of camouflage, it reminds us of something powerful. In nature, survival does not always belong to the strongest. Sometimes, it belongs to the one that can convince the world it is something to fear. In the swamps, marshes, and wet banks of the southeastern United States, where dark water reflects twisted branches and rotting leaves cover the soaked ground, lives a snake that seems built to vanish into mud, roots, and shadow. The cottonmouth, also known as the water moccasin, is a quiet presence in these dense habitats, where every fallen log can hide movement, and every muddy shoreline can hold a motionless threat. It does not need to stand out. In fact, its power comes from the opposite. It survives by looking like it belongs to that wet, shadowy world. Its body is thick and muscular, its scales colored in shades of brown, olive, gray, and nearly black, with broken patterns that help dissolve its shape among dead leaves, murky water, and low vegetation. The name cottonmouth comes from one of its most famous defenses. When threatened, it may open its mouth wide and reveal a bright white interior, a clear warning to anything that has come too close. That sudden contrast turns a hidden snake into an instant threat, as if the darkness of the swamp itself had opened its mouth and shown its teeth. When it hunts, it mixes patience with opportunism. It may wait near the waterline, between roots and aquatic plants, watching fish, amphibians, small mammals, and birds approach without realizing it is there. Its strike is fast and venomous, but often the most unsettling part comes just before the attack, The complete stillness, the way its body blends into the bank, the feeling that the predator was already there long before the prey arrived. In the swamp, it does not have to chase the world. It only has to let the world come close enough. The cottonmouth carries a different kind of fear from the one found in deserts or dry forests. It belongs to still water, dark mud, and places where you cannot clearly see what lies beneath the surface. Its camouflage is not elegant like a flower, and it is not strange like a living leaf. It is heavy, wet, and threatening. It reminds us that there are places where danger is not only hidden among the leaves. It is reflected in the water, coiled along the bank, waiting in silence at the edge where land gives way to swamp. In the isolated mountains of Cape Melville in northeastern Australia, there is a landscape that feels almost untouched by the modern world. Between humid forest, massive granite boulders, and shadows trapped inside deep rock crevices, lives a gecko so strange that its discovery feels like part of an expedition into a lost land. The Cape Melville leaf-tailed gecko is found only in the Melville Range of Queensland, and it was described by science as recently as 2013. A reminder that some of nature's secrets are still hidden far beyond the edges of our everyday sight. Its slender body, long limbs, and oversized eyes give it an almost otherworldly appearance. But its most remarkable feature is the way the entire animal seems built to disappear among rock, bark, and shadow. Its broken coloration helps dissolve the outline of the body, while its broad tail strengthens the illusion of a leaf, a piece of bark, or a natural fragment of the terrain. This species can reach around 20 centimeters in length, and its scientific name, Saltuarius eximius, points to something extraordinary or exquisite, a fitting name for a creature so difficult to notice. During the day, it usually stays hidden among rocks and narrow crevices, protected from both light and predators. But at night, when the forest changes its voice and the world of shadows begins to move, this gecko emerges to hunt. It may remain perfectly still, often with its head pointed downward, waiting for insects and spiders to wander close enough for a short, accurate strike. It is not a fast pursuer like the lizards that race across open ground. Its strength lies in patience, body texture, stillness, and its ability to let the environment do part of the work for it. What makes this gecko so fascinating is that it does not just look camouflaged. It looks ancient, as if it belongs to a forgotten piece of the earth. In a hard-to-reach region surrounded by giant rocks and wet forest, it survives as a reminder that hidden worlds still exist inside our own. Among all the masters of camouflage, the Cape Melville leaf-tailed gecko brings a different kind of mystery. Not the fear of a venomous predator, but the wonder of a rare, silent creature that is almost impossible to find, living where nature still keeps some of its best protected secrets. In the cold forests of the northern hemisphere, where dark pines rise above open snowfields and silence seems to settle over everything like a white veil, lives one of the most mesmerizing birds in the wild. The great gray owl inhabits boreal regions, dense woodlands, and open spaces near the forest edge, where winter turns every branch into a still line against a frozen world. When it settles among trunks, shadow, and snow, it almost disappears. Its large, silent body melts into the gray of the trees, the white of winter, and the pale light of cold northern days. Its appearance is unforgettable. The broad, rounded face looks almost like an ancient mask, framed by huge facial discs that help funnel sound toward its ears. Its piercing yellow eyes seem to cut through the landscape without effort. And while it appears enormous, much of that size comes from its thick, layered plumage, which gives it the presence of a powerful, ghost-like hunter. Its feathers, patterned in shades of gray, white, and brown, break up its outline perfectly against bark, bare branches, and stained snow. When it comes to survival, the great gray owl hunts with a precision that feels almost supernatural. It can remain perfectly still on a branch, listening for what its eyes cannot see. Beneath the snow, small rodents move through hidden tunnels, believing they are protected by the cold and the white cover above them. But the owl hears them. It tilts its head, measures their position, and when the moment is right, it drops in total silence, plunging through the snow to seize prey that never saw it coming. Its camouflage protects it, but its silence is what turns it into a predator. What makes this owl so captivating is the way it blends beauty with mystery. It does not need bright colors or frantic movement to command attention. Its strength lives in stillness, in listening, and in that nearly invisible presence among the trees. In a snow-covered forest, where everything seems frozen in place, the great gray owl reminds us that silence can hunt too. And sometimes, the most unsettling predator is not the one charging toward you, but the one that has been watching, motionless, from the very beginning. In the cool temperate waters of southern Australia, where kelp forests sway slowly with the pull of the current, lives a creature that feels more like a dream than an animal. The leafy sea dragon does not swim like an ordinary fish, and it does not dominate the sea as a powerful predator. It drifts. It moves slowly through kelp, seagrass, and green shadow, carrying delicate extensions that look like living leaves. Among underwater vegetation, it feels as if a piece of the ocean itself has grown eyes, breath, and motion. Its body is slender, elongated, and covered in elaborate appendages that mimic seaweed and drifting plant life. These structures are not built for speed or strength. Their purpose is to break up its outline and let it disappear into the environment around it. Its coloration can shift through yellow, green, brown, and orange, matching the filtered underwater light and the tones of the marine vegetation nearby. Unlike animals that use camouflage to frighten or ambush, the leafy sea dragon feels like an exercise in patience. Fragile, silent, and nearly impossible to separate from the kelp around it. Its survival depends on that illusion. Because it is not a fast swimmer and has few real defenses, it must avoid being noticed by larger fish and other marine predators. Drifting slowly, using only the slightest movement of its tiny, transparent fins, it lets the current carry it as if it were nothing more than loose vegetation. To feed, it quietly sucks in tiny crustaceans and plankton through its long tubular snout, striking in small, quick motions. There is no dramatic chase, no brute force, only precision, patience, and disappearance. The leafy sea dragon is one of the most poetic masters of camouflage because its beauty is born from vulnerability. It does not hide in order to launch a violent attack or turn the environment into a trap. It hides because, in an ocean full of bigger mouths, Looking like seaweed can be the difference between staying alive and vanishing for good. Among the animals that deceive our eyes, few do it with such grace. And maybe that is what makes it unforgettable, a reminder that camouflage can also be a form of silent beauty, a fragile dance between fear and survival. In the tropical forests and coastal regions of Madagascar, where humid heat wraps around the vegetation and branches overlap beneath filtered light, lives one of the most striking reptiles in the natural world. The panther chameleon moves slowly through shrubs, trees, and secondary forest, as if every step were part of an invisible strategy. In a habitat filled with color, shadow, and texture, it somehow stands out and disappears at the same time, carrying one of the most fascinating combinations of beauty, mystery, and survival. What makes this animal so unforgettable is its extraordinary appearance. Males can display vivid shades of green, blue, red, yellow, orange, and even sharp contrasting bands, turning their skin into a living spectacle. Its eyes move independently, allowing it to scan different directions at once, while its long, lightning-fast tongue works like a precision weapon for catching insects. Its prehensile tail helps it balance among branches, and its specialized feet grip stems with remarkable control. More than just beautiful, the panther chameleon feels like a forest artist dressed to confuse, impress, and survive. But its camouflage goes beyond color alone. While many people assume a chameleon changes color only to hide, those shifts are also tied to communication, temperature, mood, and interaction with other chameleons. Even so, among dense vegetation, those colors can still help break up its outline and blend it into the environment, especially when it remains perfectly still among leaves and branches. When it hunts, it depends on absolute patience. It studies small insects with its watchful eyes, measures the distance, and then, in a fraction of a second, launches its tongue. What looked like just another colorful branch suddenly reveals the precision of a silent predator. The panther chameleon proves that camouflage does not have to be dull to be powerful. Instead of fading into gray or brown alone, it shows that even brilliance can be part of survival. In Madagascar, where life seems to experiment with shape and color in almost magical ways, this chameleon holds a special place, a creature that fascinates at first glance, but also teaches something deeper about the wild. Sometimes, hiding does not mean vanishing completely. It means knowing exactly when to be seen, when to blend in, and when to act. In the shallow reefs of the Indo-Pacific, where broken coral, sand, rock, and drifting algae create a seafloor full of texture, lives one of the most dangerously invisible animals in the ocean. The stonefish does not command attention with speed, beauty, or dramatic movement. It rules through absence, resting motionless on the bottom, covered in rough bumps, blotches, and tones that mimic rock. It can be mistaken for nothing more than an ordinary stone. And maybe that is the most unsettling part of all. The danger does not even look alive. Its body is thick, uneven, and rugged, shaped to vanish among dead coral and rocky ground. Algae, sediment, and tiny particles can gather on its skin, making the illusion even stronger, as if it were simply another piece of the environment. But hidden within that lifeless appearance are venomous dorsal spines, capable of causing extreme pain, and posing a serious threat not only to other animals, but also to humans who step on it without ever realizing it was there. Its name is no exaggeration. Very few fish look so completely unlike fish as the stonefish. When it hunts, it relies on pure ambush. It stays still for long stretches, allowing small fish and crustaceans to drift close without suspicion. Then, the moment a target enters range, the attack happens in one short, explosive movement, with the mouth opening suddenly to suck the prey in. It does not need to chase, compete, or reveal itself too early. Its greatest weapon is patience, fused with camouflage so effective that the seafloor itself becomes a living trap. The stonefish reveals one of camouflage's darkest truths. Invisibility can protect and threaten at the same time. To predators, it looks like an easy piece of rock to overlook. To prey, it looks like a harmless part of the path ahead. And for anyone walking through shallow tropical water, it can become a hidden danger waiting beneath their feet. Among all the masters of camouflage, it reminds us that nature does not need enormous monsters to create fear. Sometimes, all it has to do is hide venom inside a stone. After moving through forests, deserts, swamps, reefs, and dark oceans, one thing becomes clear. Camouflage is far more than a simple way to hide. It is one of nature's silent languages. It lives in the body of a snake, buried beneath the sand, in the wings of a butterfly that looks like a dead leaf, in the watchful eyes of an owl hidden in the snow, and in the skin of a frog that becomes part of the moss. Every animal we've seen carries a different answer to the same question. How do you stay alive in a world where everything is being watched? Some of these creatures disappear because they are afraid. Others disappear because they are dangerous. Some use disguise as a shield, others as a trap. But all of them show us that survival in the wild is not always about strength, speed, or size. Very often, the true winners are the ones that know how to wait, how to observe, and how to move only when the moment is right. Nature rewards patience, adaptation, and silence. And in this ancient game between hunters and prey, seeing first can mean surviving. Maybe that is the greatest lesson from the masters of camouflage. Not everything powerful needs to be obvious. Not everything hidden is defenseless. And not everything ordinary is truly simple. A leaf can have eyes. A stone can carry venom. A broken branch can be breathing. The natural world is filled with secrets hiding in plain sight, waiting for us to look with more patience, more respect, and more wonder. Because once we learn to see the invisible, we discover that life is far more extraordinary than we ever imagined. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of animals that vanish right before our eyes, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and tell us in the comments which camouflage master impressed you the most. Was it the snake that uses its tail as bait, the octopus that imitates other creatures, or the predator hidden on the ocean floor? Keep watching Wild Realms Studio, because nature still holds incredible mysteries. And in the next video, you may discover that danger, beauty, and survival are much closer than they seem.